Hi again, everybody. I'm Jack Flanagan. Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Golf. Here's what's coming up on this week's show. First, we're going to take an inside look at the extensive renovations taking place at St. David's under the watch of architect Tyler Ray. Then we'll meet some local supers to discuss the 100th year of the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents. And finally, we'll take another look at the 2025 Philadelphia Players Championship, played at Lookaway Golf Club. It's all coming up next, here on Inside Golf.
The 28th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the first tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
St. David's has been part of the main line since 1897, and in 1927 the club moved to Radnor and Gulf Roads, where Donald Ross designed the 18 we know today. After a century of play, the club chose a full restoration, honoring Ross's design and upgrading the course for the next 25 to 30 years.
It's an incredible story and history here. A lot of good golf courses, a lot of good history in Philadelphia. We're proud to be a part of it here at St. David's. So the club was originally founded in 1897. The current location of the Radnor Financial Center now. We've moved to this property in 1927, and that's where the club worked with Donald Ross and designed our current golf course as you see today. You know, we're gonna be on property here for 100 years coming up in 2027. So we're long overdue for tee boxes and long overdue for some other aspects of the golf course. And the club had the foresight to look at this and say, hey, if we're gonna have to do some work on all these different aspects of the golf course, let's go ahead and knock it all out at once. The membership's been supportive of it. So really since that time, the conversation's kind of evolved over the years to where we are today.
To do it right, the team went back to the source, Ross's original plans and sketches. Those documents guided the details: green edges, bunker locations, mowing lines. So strategy and angles returned to how Ross drew them.
We took a big, bird's eye view look at, what needed to be done on the golf course, long-term capital planning type of thing. And I know the club had hired Tyler Ray. We had him on a retainer kind of as like a, professional to ask questions as we move along with some of our work internally. I kind of took an initiative to, explore that a little bit more and, meet with Tyler, hire him to do a full master plan, presentation for us. And then from there, we kind of looked at some of the areas that we knew we had to address. Like the club knew that they wanted to invest in the bunkers and make them better. We knew that we had a couple of greens that may have to be resurfaced. Our tees were really small. We do a lot of play. They were starting to get beat up. So we kind of started checking a lot of boxes that we knew we had to get done, which ultimately led to us doing kind of a full-scale golf course renovation.
It's a very long, evolving process. So I think we created the master plan from 2021 into 2022. You then have a bidding process and a budgetary process, because always the first question from a membership after the plan is created, it's how much, Okay, great, now we have a cool plan, it looks great, how much? So then we get real hard numbers, and then we start working on the project the scope and when. When will it take place? When will we shut down the golf course? What is the exact scope? How many bunkers, how many tees, how many greens? So we kind of work backwards almost, and we say, hey, if we want to open Memorial Day or June 1st to 26th, we kind of work backwards and lay out the whole timeline. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of people. And it is a 3 to 4 year process, which culminates into construction, which is then a busy 4 to 5 month period. And it's every day, it is a grind, and Mother Nature plays her part, and hopefully it doesn't rain too much. And then, right now we're getting towards the end of construction, and we're hopeful to wrap this thing up in the next month and a half, and then let it sort of be put to bed. I always say it's like if you get knee surgery or hip surgery, you just don't get surgery and then run a marathon the next day. Same thing with the golf course. We do this surgery here, this big project. There's a healing process over the winter, then it opens up 6 to 7 months later, and then it's enjoyed by all, and hopefully everybody, really loves it.
12 greens are being expanded to their original footprints. Others are fully rebuilt with modern profiles and new bent grass. Each choice driven by the historic plans and how the hole should play.
This one was sort of incomplete when it was built. It wasn't really built to Ross's plans. So we don't really know what happened, but we're trying to put them back the golf holes more to Ross's drawings and sketches. We're taking a lot of Donald Ross's green shapes, bunker shapes, and then putting them back. A lot of his green shapes were intricate, beautiful. They had really cool corners. They weren't just merely egg shapes or square shapes. They weren't very generic, so they had a lot of flair to them. And then his bunker shapes were gorgeous. They weren't just merely amoeba shapes or something you see down in Florida. They don't look like kidney beans or bread loaves or anything like that. They have very eclectic shapes, and it gives this a really cool, old, antiquated look that will help set it apart in the Philadelphia region. And it'll feel like it's always been here.
Design is one part, the foundation under it is just as important.
So this is really going to help the efficiency of our operation with all the infrastructure that we're putting out on the golf course. In particular, the bunkers were probably the biggest thing. We had no drainage in them. We had no bunker liners to hold the sand in place. So following a minor to even large rain event, we were always scrambling to get bunkers pumped, to get the sand pushed up, scrape all the mud out, all before the first tee time goes off in the morning. So that's probably the biggest thing for us. Also, the new bent grass varieties that we're putting out on the golf course is really going to change the performance of the golf course for the membership, but also our operation, and not having to worry so much about turf quality, because how much they're going to thrive throughout the summer. They're more heat tolerant, drought tolerant, disease tolerant. It's really going to help our staff be able to concentrate on more of the details out on the golf course.
When we come to a club, there's a couple holes that are of lesser quality. Everybody talks about maybe 3 or 4 holes they love. Oh, wow, we love this hole. Don't screw up these 2 or 3 or 4 holes. But there's usually a consensus of the worst or the weakest links. And so we try to really make sure those get a lot of attention and a lot of care and a lot of our time, resources. So we bring up all 18 holes that we want them to be really solid start to finish. So we'll always spend a lot of time on the weakest links. But here, I'm really excited for hole 6, hole 10, hole 17. Some of the par 3s usually get a lot of attention because you're standing on the tee and it's all right there and it's very bold. But then some of the weaker links, probably, hole 1 or 4, 12, 13, 14. That stretch, 13, 14 on the back 9 was a little weaker in our book. We think 14 might now want to be one of the better golf holes on the property. It was probably the weakest link before. So usually if we can turn the weakest link into one of the better holes, we've done our job and really excelled on the restoration and renovation.
The club has done an incredible job over the years of maintaining its history, keeping the drawings, and working with someone like Tyler Ray, who has such an appreciation for the Ross work and drawings, and such little ego to put his fingerprints on it per se, and just really restore this place back to what Ross originally had in his eye has been a super positive experience for the club and something we're really proud of.
Honoring the past, ready for the future. St. David's restored.
Yep, just as I suspected. Your entire family is too plugged in. Now, there's a treatment. Your offline oasis awaits in Montgomery County, PA. You may experience moments of euphoria, a rush of culinary cravings, a lot less screen time, and more we time. You may even reconnect with nature. Unplug in Montgomery County, PA. Side effects may include budget-friendly fun and memories that will last a lifetime.
John planned his dream golf trip himself. The hotel didn't live up to the photos. His transportation was late, his clubs got lost, so he had to use rentals, which he is now breaking. But you booked your trip with All Access. They planned your hotels, food, car service, and tea times. Don't be like John. Be smart like these two.
Psycho.
All Access, the smart way to book your golf vacation.
When you think of golf, you might picture lush fairways, famous tournaments, and some legendary players. But behind every pristine green and well-kept fairway is an unsung hero, the golf course superintendent, the expert who keeps the course in championship shape. In the Philadelphia area, these professionals have their own storied organization, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents. Founded in 1925, the PAGCS is one of the oldest and most respected groups of its kind in the nation.
There are a number of things that we do. One, promoting the game of golf. We are the ones that are responsible for a lot of members and golfers throughout the region at all various clubs, the enjoyment of the game. You know, one thing the association has done over the years is promoting what we do. We've worked with the First Tee, philanthropy efforts at various, golf courses. So it's promoting the game by introducing everybody to what we do on a daily basis, because it's so much more than just cutting grass. It's managing people, managing, significant budgets. Even a low budget golf course is a lot of money. And so it's, ultimately we're trying to provide a game for everybody to come out and enjoy themselves.
I think everyone's incredibly proud of the industry that they work in. I think in addition to that, with the Philadelphia Association celebrating 125 years, it is the oldest greenkeeping association in the nation, hands down. We're even older than our national association, the Golf Course Superintendents of America. So that fact alone, I'm very proud to be a part of the Philadelphia Association. I'm exceptionally proud to have served the association. So we look forward to many, many years to come with the association.
For a city with such a rich golf heritage, this centennial is a special milestone. The PAGCS has been woven into Philadelphia's golf story from the beginning. As an officially recognized chapter of the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America, the association linked our region's turf experts with a national network early on. Today, the PAGCS includes over 400 members across the region, all devoted to providing for and protecting the game of golf.
Oftentimes we're behind the scenes people. We're not so much at the forefront seeing the end user, the customer, like a golf professional or a general manager. So it's really to try and promote the value. We've done that through partnering with you guys with Inside Golf, through other magazines, and just to show that while we may not be seen as much, we are, maybe biasly the most vital part of a golf operation.
From the very start, the PAGCS's mission has been to educate its members and advocate for excellence in golf turf management. Equally important is the professional development and camaraderie the group fosters. The PAGCS hosts a year-round calendar of events dedicated to networking and learning together. Superintendents often say that nobody understands the challenges of their job better than fellow supers, and the PAGCS provides that community.
The nice thing about us as superintendents is we're all in this together. We're not competitors. We're open to share information and tips and tricks with each other.
We're all here for one another. It is a strange profession where even though organizations might be competing for greens fees or members and whatnot, superintendents, turf managers, director of grounds, we're all really good friends with each other and we share information. So if you want to get the real information as opposed to comparing apples to oranges, call up your ground superintendent and they'll certainly be happy to get that information for you.
No matter what golf course you're at, everybody's dealing with similar challenges. So that was one of the things in my time that we really tried to focus on, is just getting our own members engaged. And hey, there's a benefit for this association. And the fact that one of the oldest associations in the country says a lot about what the PAGCS is.
The association also invests in the future of golf course management. Scholarships are a key part of their work, helping the next generation of turfgrass students and interns pursue careers in the field.
I think it's important to give back. I was a scholarship recipient as a student when I was in college, and so I learned of the association at a young age. But I think as superintendents, we're not natural self-promoters, and I think that's something that as an industry, as a profession, we need to be better at, to promote the value in what we do and why we are vital to the game.
Allied with groups like the Golf Association of Philadelphia and the local PGA section, the association works hand in hand with the broader golf community. All of this, education, networking, and communication, feeds into one goal: keeping our courses in top condition and our superintendents at the top of their game.
Environmental regulations are always changing, so we as superintendents want to be at the forefront of that to make sure the message that is being received is the one we want, because I think sometimes, golf gets this reputation unfairly of being, bad for the environment, when in reality it's the opposite.
So as golf moves forward in a changing world, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents stands ready, honoring a century of tradition while leading the way into the next 100 years, ensuring that golf in the Philadelphia region remains green, vibrant, and ready for play.
I hope future presidents and future board members continue to evolve just like we have for now 100 years, right? The world's evolving, the game of golf's evolving. So it's continuing to change with the times, and I also hope that the next generation feels the importance of giving back. It's a volunteer position, but I hope that they see the value in why it's important to give back, to kind of pay it forward, so to speak, for the next generation.
Yeah, you got to get up early before the sun comes up, but there are a lot of days where you get to go home early. You enjoy the fruits of your labor. I mean, you look out here at this golf club that we're at right now, it's spectacular.
Valley Forge Tourism's 11th Fall Freedom from Hunger Drive is underway, targeting $15,000 to provide 180,000 pounds of food, benefiting the Montco Anti-Hunger Network's 70-plus pantries countywide. Welcome to Inside Golf's coverage of the 2025 Philadelphia Players Championship at Lookaway Golf Club. The event is a highlight of the Philadelphia Section PGA calendar, an invite-only championship where local golf pros compete for one of the biggest titles and purses of the year. Lookaway's Reese Jones designed layout provided a challenging but beautiful backdrop, and the stage was set for some outstanding golf. From the outset, low scores littered the leaderboard, but by day's end, two players had separated themselves from the pack. PGA professional Zach Barbin of Chesapeake Bay Golf Club and veteran Dave McNabb of Applebrook Golf Club delivered matching rounds of 7 under par 65. Barbin's round was particularly electric, featuring 9 birdies and an eagle against just 2 bogeys.
Nice. There you go. Zach, way to go, bud.
McNabb, a past Philadelphia section champion and perennial contender, also carded a brilliant 65, ensuring that no one else in the field could catch them.
It's been kind of an up and down season. I've been playing pretty well as of late and felt like there was some good golf coming my way and had some good finishes in events recently. So I feel like this is kind of like a continuation of that, and I've got a couple good events coming up in the next month or so. Heading down to the Senior Club Pro Championship at Port St. Lucie the end of October, so trying to build towards that, and I feel like this is a good, solid, step in that direction.
And I've been extremely consistent, so my game feels great. I feel really confident in my ability, and I think, 7 under, I think is a really, really good golf score, and I think 65, like I said before, on any golf course is really good. So, waiting around for 4 hours is tough, but it's certainly worth it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of take it easy, and then maybe if all goes well, and we do have a playoff, 30 minutes before the last group goes in, maybe I'll go down and do some warm up. But I might, honestly, I might go take a nap in my car. Is what I might actually end up doing.
With the title on the line, the 2 competitors returned to Lookaway's 18th hole for a sudden death playoff. And in dramatic fashion, Zach Barbin prevailed on the first extra hole to clinch the victory. Barbin's triumph earned him not only bragging rights as the 2025 Philadelphia Players Champion, but also the $6,000 winner's check from the tournament's hefty purse. The win adds Barbin's name to an elite list of champions, and it came after he had been knocking on the door with strong play in recent weeks.
I've had some experience here. I just think the golf course really suits my eye. These are actually probably the best greens I've putted on the entire year. These greens were outstanding. The golf course, absolutely perfect. I just think it's a fun track. It's perfect shape. It's a really good golf course.
Lookaway Golf Club and its partners provided a world-class venue and vital support, ensuring the event celebrated both competitive excellence and giving back to the game of golf. This year's championship leaves a lasting legacy in Philadelphia golf, one of excitement on the course and meaningful impact beyond the scorecard.
Quite honestly, it was a little concerning to me and some of the older guys that have been successful in this section for a while, that there wasn't any younger guys starting to kind of come up. There was a handful. There was Braden, there was Zach, there was a couple of other guys that were starting to play well, but it certainly is motivating. Obviously, for me, it makes me work harder. It makes me try to become better every day. But it's great to see. These guys, they hit it a lot further. They hit it a lot better. They make a lot more putts. It's really great, in my opinion, to see this section continue its tradition of having some of the top players in the country and be one of the strongest playing sections in the country. I feel like myself and John Pillar, Brian Kelly, Dave Quinn, a lot of those guys, I'm sure I'm leaving a bunch of names out, carried the mantle for a while, and I feel like these guys are going to be the next generation that carry it for plenty of years to come.
Hello everyone, Joanna Coe here from Marion Golf Club. Practicing from a fairway bunker is a really valuable tool to not only improve your iron play, but improve your performance on the golf course from a fairway bunker. So it's all about controlling the bottom of your swing. So what I want you to do is draw a line in the fairway bunker. This is for practice only, not for play. You're gonna line up to that line, and I wanna see where you actually strike the sand. It should be in front of the line. Your common higher index players will tilt back to try to lift the golf ball from off the sand, and now their low point is behind the line. So keys to crisp irons is hitting the golf ball first, and that is so true in the fairway bunker to get your maximum distance and height out of the bunker. The last thing we want to do out of a fairway bunker is hit it fat or hit it really thin right into the lip. So now I'm gonna put that golf ball on the line. I'm gonna maybe choke up just a little bit, ball position a hair farther back, but I'm gonna make sure that I shift my weight forward to hit golf ball first and really drive it out of here. So as you can see again, my divot was in front of the line. So this is a great drill that gives you immediate feedback of where the bottom of your swing is.
PGA Works is on a mission to ensure that the golf workforce looks more like America. This mission is a dream with a plan. Through fellowships, college scholarships, career exploration events, and championship golf, PGA Works is inspiring talent from diverse backgrounds to pursue careers throughout the golf industry. Visit pgareach.org.
Hi, Tony Salucci with the Beacon Group of Companies. If your company has between 50 and 500 employees enrolled in your health insurance plan, there's a really good chance we can reduce your costs significantly and increase the benefits employees receive. How do we do it? We put you together with several thousand employers of a similar size across the country, so your company can get amazing buying power. Schedule a conversation with one of our employee benefits specialists today at mybeacongroup.com.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. I'm Jack Flanagan. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Inside Golf.
The 28th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the first tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.